All right, hey everybody, PJ Riley, Competition Archery Media out here at the Black Eagle Darton Pro-Am, Russell County, Alabama. We're here. We are doing the Mathews Shot of the Week with known pro Kyle Douglas because we're crazy and, you know, it's pouring down rain here. Kyle out here in the pouring rain, and it was raining through your entire round. So what unique factors does that force you to have to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just trying to keep everything dry and keep your equipment as dry as you can. You're never going to keep everything dry, but just trying to slow down and make sure if you need to wipe your lens or your peep or whatever that you do that. And the other thing that I was fighting today was just chasing sight marks. It was raining hard enough that it was causing us to hit low, so you're trying to kind of guess, and then, you know, depending on the distance and how long it's in the air and trying to gauge everything off of that. So it was a tricky day.
I heard we were talking to Eric Griggs here. He was saying at 50 yards he was adding 3.
Yeah, there was some targets I don't know if I ever had to add quite up to 3, but yeah, definitely 2, maybe 2.5.
Man, that's so. Not only do you have to get obviously you're using rangefinders, but then you got to figure out what the rain is doing. Is that just because the rain's beating down on it as the arrow's going down range?
There's a lot of things. You know, obviously you're going to have, some rain hitting it when it's going down range. You got the arrows a little bit waterlogged, so it may be a little heavier. You may have some water on your string. There's all kinds of stuff that comes into play, so it's really hard to gauge.
So, and you being from Utah in the desert, you just love this.
Yeah, we get rain at home, but definitely not as much as we get down here.
All right, well, Kyle, we have a javelina down here that folks were telling me was pretty tricky. Let's go down there and check that target out.
Okay.
All right, Kyle. Target 16 is the javelina, and I believe it was like 46 and a half. I haven't ranged it yet, but it was in the high 40s.
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember for sure.
We'll range it here in a second. But, yeah, folks were saying this one was particularly difficult. Why?
This one's just hard to see. I mean, the Javi's got a bunch of little dots you're trying to go off of. Then you get the rain in your lens and you're just not seeing as clear, so it's a lot harder to pick a spot on him when it's kind of fogged up on your lens and stuff, and then the rain's kind of clouding things.
All right, well, let's get a range on this thing, and then I'll shoot him, and then you can shoot him first, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
All right, so Kyle, this is fun. I think I have a spot down there. It's 46 and a half yards is what we're shooting. And I think I have the spot, but I see what you're saying with all the dots down there. You just get lost in them.
Yeah, sometimes you can on that Javi. He can be hard to pick a spot.
All right, well, I'm going to do my best and see what I can do. Okay. 46 and a half.
You might want to give her just a little extra, just in case.
I think I might do that. All right. I believe I added 2 yards.
We'll see if that gets you close.
We'll see if that gets me close. Here we go. My grip's wet. Everything's wet. My line's good, but that thing dropped.
See.
Oh, man, that dropped.
You're just a little left.
Left?
Yeah, just a hair left of it. Good height.
It stayed 10.
It stayed 10.
I'm calling that victory, man.
That's a winner?
That's a winner. So I will take that. Whoops, sorry. You can't see anything down there. It's just like, oh man. So this, I would imagine this has to like weigh on you too. Like you're trying to juggle all this stuff and make the best shot possible.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. You definitely got to be paying attention for sure.
Exactly. Especially in your class, because, you know, it doesn't take much, and then all of a sudden somebody catches up and passes you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a couple little slip ups and that's all it takes. I'm gonna go upper on this one. I usually shoot a lot of uppers, but especially when it's raining like this and I'm hitting low, give myself a little bit more margin for error there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, we added about 2 yards to this one, so we'll see if it's close or not.
I think that's what I did too, is I added 2. But that was based only off of you. I lost it when it dropped into the Havy.
Oh, looks like I caught it.
You caught it.
Got lucky.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I could see just enough that my scope's real hazy. I think my clarifier's a little wet. I could see just enough, and there was kind of a clump of spots, and I had to be just on the right side, and made it happen.
Man, you guys
I can't be letting you make me look bad, PJ.
That may be one of the best shots we've ever had on this because the conditions have never been worse. To catch a 12, 46.5-yard javelina, pouring rain, can't see anything. That's why he's Kyle Douglas. Let's go down there and check these out, Kyle. All right, Kyle Douglas. First off, I mean, we are in water. The target's in water. This is just water. Yeah, so hey, you nailed the 12, of course, and I think you said you got this one during the round as well.
Yeah, I did. I hit this one earlier.
Gotcha. And so uppers, tell me about that. You said you've been shooting uppers, or you like to shoot uppers, especially in the rain.
Yeah, I shoot mostly all uppers. You know, I kind of look at the target and see whichever one I think I have a better chance to hit, but normally I'm going to shoot uppers on most of them. But especially in the rain where we're hitting low today, just gives me a little bit more room for error if I kind of miscalculate. I'd rather miss low on an upper than on a lower.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Kyle, I'm not going to lie. I was aiming for center 10, and it stayed 10, just missed a 12. So, yes, I'm calling that a victory for me because this is just about as miserable as it gets.
Yeah, we've had worse, but this definitely ain't fun.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate your time. Appreciate you sticking through this nasty weather with us. And we should mention you're at 18 up for the weekend, which has you, I think, in second. There's a couple at 24 up, but 18 up. I mean, you got to feel good with these conditions to be at 18 up.
I'm never happy with an 18 up.
Even in this?
To be honest, no. I left too many out there today. There's always some you leave out there that you wish you could get, and so it keeps you hungry and coming back for more.
More power to you, man. Hey, once again, Kyle Douglas, Mathews Shot of the Week. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.